Okay, three, two, one. Actively recording. Time for another content production. Just me blogging. Just before we get to the main point of this video discussion here. Viewer discretion is advised. 18 plus, not safe for work, or NSFW. Mature discussion. It may be consider this as political discussion, politics, and social serious talk coming from me. So again, it's 18 plus. And if you're offended, easily offended, if you're sensitive, do not watch this video. But just in case, viewer discretion is advised. Exercising First Amendment rights under free speech, freedom of expression, liberty of uncensorship, as I do have a mouth and I am vocally talking, so liberty of uncensorship and open door policy. The right to speak my thoughts freely without any reprisal, retaliations, or extreme hate, or any unconditional or unconstitutional uh, consequences. But all right, so let's get on to it. All right, time to pop up my script, put on my glasses, or first I'll take off my shirt. Oh, okay, go. All right, well, I hope you don't mind me going shirtless. Again, your discretion is advised. It is hot. It is hot out there, so be careful. Again, there may be wasp and bee activity. So if you're going to the park or going swimming, be careful of wasps and bees. Especially the swimming pool. There are two swimming pools and two parks where I live at, where I am. And I don't know if the management have already opened the pool on either end, the north and the south. But if you go swimming or use the park, just be mindful of the heat, the sun, the bees, ants, and mosquitoes out there. Safety first. Please follow the park and pool rules. Before the main point, who is General Sunbeam? Who is General Sunbeam? Good day, viewers and audience. Before I get into the main point of this video, I want to properly introduce myself for those that are watching this and don't know who I am. But again, I will introduce myself. This is General Sunbeam, Sunbeam 007, Sunbeam 0072, Sunbeam Titan, or Sunbeam reporting. You may also know me as Sunbeam Titan, not Sunbeam Titan. Sunbeam Titan. Sunbeam Titan. Sunbeam 007 or simply General Sunbeam, if I have to repeat again. And there is a good chance that at least some people watching this video content have seen me somewhere before, or any previous content you watch, you have seen me somewhere. You may have recognized me, or you just don't care. You have recognized this bad acne, pimple, scars, hyperpigmentation, Asian, Vietnamese Asian, or Asian from somewhere. Maybe you do not remember my name. Maybe you only recognize my face. Maybe you remember seeing me at school, at a restaurant, at a store, at work, at an anime convention, around Austin, Pflugerville, Round Rock, San Marcos, San Antonio, Dallas, Frisco, Houston, or somewhere else in Central Texas, USA. I have been around this area for most of my life. I have been around for a long time. My story did not begin with YouTube, however. Growing up, my story did not begin with YouTube in the early 2000s. It did not begin with AI, with all these artificial intelligence in the early 2000s, or even in 2012, or 2009, or 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. AI that you see now in 2026 now did not exist back then. And it certainly did not begin yesterday. I grew up in Central Texas during the 2000s and 2010s. Oh, so again, I grew up in Central Texas during the 2000s and 2010s. Some of you may remember me from elementary school, middle school, or high school when I used to play my Nintendo Game Boy events. When I used to play the GameCube, Nintendo GameCube, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic. I was a Sonic fan back then. You may remember me when I used to wear all those keychains. Sonic the Hedgehog, various anime. I used to wear all bunch of keychains. Now I don't wear those keychains, and I believe I outgrew it. But I still probably have the keychain somewhere around there. But you may have recognized me when I used to wear all those keychains. So yeah, you may have recognized me from elementary, middle, or high school. Back then, I was often the quiet Asian student with acne and notebooks. I was not usually the loudest person in the room, and I am not an extrovert either. I was usually somewhere writing, being lonely in the corner. I feel so much of an outcast. But again, I am a total introvert, not an extrovert. Notebook after notebook, journal after journal, story after story. Today, those notebooks have been digital documents, Wattpad stories, online world building, videos, live streams, character concepts, and eventually supremacy clash between heroes and villains. The technology change. The technology change. My goal is to create stories. I mean, the technology change. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna go back and reread all this. Today, those notebooks have become digital documents, Wattpad stories, online world building, videos, live streams, character concepts, and eventually supremacy clash between heroes and villains. The technology changed. My goal to create stories never really did. You may have seen me somewhere. My immediate family has also been involved with businesses, stores, and restaurants in Central Texas. Long time ago. At different points in my life, I work as a waiter and server. Later, I work at places such as Main Event Entertainment and Pinballs. I eventually worked for Amazon as well as a seasonal sortation sorter, and well, I don't know what else I can say about that. I have been inside grocery stores, restaurants, entertainment centers, workplaces, neighborhoods, conventions, businesses, and public places throughout Central Texas for years. Maybe you saw me at HEB, maybe Walmart, maybe a restaurant, maybe main event, maybe pinballs, maybe Amazon, maybe a convention, maybe school, maybe somewhere completely different. Somewhere out in the park, out on the street, on a sidewalk, at a city, at a camp. I cannot tell you that every person watching this has met me, but after spending most of my life moving around Central Texas, there is certainly a possibility that some of you recognize me from somewhere at some point. And if you do recognize me, yes, I am still here. I am still here and still around in Central Texas, still here in America. I grew up through a different era. I remember a world before today's social media environment. I grew up through the 2000s. I lived through the H1N1 swine flu period. I remember the Ebola news cycle. I lived through the COVID 19 pandemic. I have watched technology, politics, entertainment, the internet, employment, social media, and everyday life change dramatically. I remember the presidencies of George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and now another Trump administration. I mentioned that only as a timeline just to show that I've been around, that you may have recognized me from those presidencies in the past. I've been through multiple politics. A lot has changed during my lifetime. The internet changed, anime changed, social media changed, jobs changed, technology changed, and I changed too. Anime was a major part of my earlier life growing up. When I was younger, I spent much more time consuming entertainment. I played video games, I watched televisions, I watched anime, I watched movies, I read manga, I attended conventions and pop-up events. One of my earliest major convention experiences was Anime Fest or A Fest in the Dallas area at the Sheraton Hotel in 2012, I believe. I even cosplayed as Lelouch Lamperouche from Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion, a series I became familiar with around the late 2000s. Oh, excuse me. Between my teenage years and my 20s, conventions, games, anime, manga, and entertainment were a much larger part of my life during my lifetime. That was an earlier chapter. Today, my mindset is different. I still love anime. But I increasingly want to be on the production side of entertainment, at the other end of the stick, producing of those entertainments. I do not only want to watch the show, I want to help make the show. I am an introvert. Okay, I am an introvert. Here is something else worth understanding about me. Personal facts about me. I am naturally introverted. I am naturally introverted. I am usually not the person walking into a room and immediately starting conversation with everybody. That's not who I am, for sure. Breaking the ice has never been my strongest skill, and I doubt it will be because nobody's not going to be naturally interested in talking to me anyway. I often prefer when somebody approaches me first and says hello. Again, I often prefer when somebody approaches me first and says hello. That does not mean I dislike people. I am actually a friendly person. I am peaceful. I consider myself a pacifist, total pacifist. I have no interest in violence, throwing hands, confrontations, or unnecessary tension and conflict. I simply spend a tremendous amount of time inside my own thoughts mentally. I think, I imagine, I daydream, I write, I create worlds. And sometimes those ideas become actual projects. Photos and videos document the journey. You may see me posting older and newer photographs. You may see pictures of me with my wife. You may see friends, co-workers, senior friends, longtime friends, convention photographs, work photographs, family photographs, videos, live streams, screenshots, old memories, new memories. Those images help document that there is a real person, a real legitimate person behind General Sunbeam, behind who I am. And of course, I'll be posting images left and right, even before I said all this, but I'm going to be posting image left and right just to show that I've been around, just to validate my presence over the years. A photograph can preserve a moment that words eventually forget. A video can preserve a voice, personality, place, characteristic traits, and period of someone's life. That is one reason I have grown increasingly comfortable with cameras, surveillance cameras, traffic cameras, CCTV cameras, ring doorbell cameras, or ring or blink cameras, residential home cameras, any form of surveillance or any form of camera lenses. I am increasingly comfortable with them. I don't mind being in front of them. I don't mind saying hi to a web camera that I'm using right now. I don't mind saying hi to any cameras. It doesn't bother me. Today, I can sit in front of my own webcam and say, here I am. Here I am talking to all of you viewers and audience. Here I am making another video content on my YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, or whatever gets shared and reposted to. I am here. I exist. And I love producing content, doing what I like to do, be naturally myself. Even though I don't get a lot of views or I'm not going viral, powerfully viral. I mean, I'm not Mr. Beast. I am Sunbeam Tai 10, General Sunbeam. General Sunbeam is still here. The same person who used to sit in school writing stories in notebook journals is now sitting in front of a computer writing stories digitally on Wattpad and trying to turn those ideas into something much bigger, much larger, into a more serious, dedicated project. What do I actually want from my life? What do I actually want from my life? Oh, give me a moment, let me catch my breath. So, yeah, again, what do I actually want from my life? If you remember only one personal fact about me, remember this. Remember this. I want to produce my own anime. As of now, 2026, I want to produce my own anime. That is the career goal, the in game career goal. That is the in game. I do not dream about becoming an engineer. I do not dream about spending the rest of my life in construction. I do not dream about spending my entire career inside a warehouse. I don't want to even want to open my own restaurant. That's not what I want to pursue. I also don't want to go by the Asian mantra of becoming a lawyer, a doctor. I don't care about that. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. and being an autonomous individual with independence. Those are legitimate careers for other people if they care about those. If they want to pursue and be their own manager or something, they have dreams for that. But it is for those people that care about them. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with my own ambitions and what I want to be. It's just that it depends on how competitive, ch- challenging it is for certain people that are trying to chase those careers, endeavors. They simply are not my dream. Simply. My dream is writing, animation, filmmaking, content creation, production, entertainment, original intellectual property or copyrights, ownership, and eventually my own production studio producing my own anime. I want to sit inside that studio someday and be able to say, we are producing Supremacy! We are producing Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. And we're finally doing it. That would mean more to me than almost any job title somebody else could give me, with all due respect. Now, money is not my main motivation. I want to make that clear. Even though it is not financially a free country, no matter where you're at, here in America, in Europe, Asia, money is where money. Well, it is not a financially free country wherever you're at globally here on Earth. It is not financially free. But again, money is not my main motivation. I understand that money matters. Bills exist. Housing costs money. Food costs money. Transportation costs money. Businesses need revenue. Production needs budgets. Artists and workers deserve compensation. I understand all of that. I understand. But money itself is not the reason I want to create. It is not for the profit. I'm not doing it for profits. I'm not doing it for the money. Money can be earned, money can be saved, money can also disappear very quickly. What I care about more is creating something that matters to me, a story, a character, a video, a photograph, a production, a community, a body of work that still exists after the money used to produce it has already been spent. If somebody writes about General Sunbeam someday, puts me on a podcast, features my creative work, talks about supremacy, interviews me, photographs me, or documents what I am building, I genuinely appreciate the exposure. Sorry. So again, I appreciate the exposure. I appreciate the publicity. I appreciate the press and having to be documented and helping someone. I appreciate having that spread of word out there for the good or bad. The publicity itself can mean more to me than simply receiving another paycheck. I want to become known for something, and hopefully, I am known for something. If I have a legacy, written in my obituary or the news press or whatever, I hope to be known for something. I would like General Sunbeam to become recognizable, but I do not want people to know the name without knowing what it represents. Like I don't want just General Sunbeam like it's just a word out there, but I'm trying to hope to put some serious meaning into that. When somebody hears General Sunbeam, I eventually want the immediate response to be, "Oh, I know him. That's the creator who has been trying to produce his own anime." Exactly, that is me. Exactly. That is me. That's what I want to hear. That's what I hope to be recognized and hope that I gain that momentum and all that. But yeah, that is me. Exactly. If you can read me like a book by this point, then you already understand the plot. You understand the point. General Sunbeam wants to create, build, construct, produce. General Sunbeam wants to produce. General Sunbeam wants to build supremacy, clash between heroes and villains, make an original anime project, get it on television on Crunchyroll or something. I've been wanting to pitch and produce. And General Sunbeam wants to turn years of writing, imagination, content creation, and world building into an actual entertainment production. So, if you remember me, if you recall and have a strong recollection memory, and you've seen me somewhere, well, If you remember seeing that quiet person writing notebooks in school, I'm still writing. Well, at least mentally. If you remember seeing me at a restaurant, I'm still here. If you remember main event or pinballs, and I used, see me as an employee for them, I'm still here. If you remember Amazon, seeing me somewhere like former colleagues from Amazon, I'm still here. If you remember me from an anime convention, whether that's somewhere in Central Texas, if you remember me from Anime Fest in 2012, cosplaying as Lelouch Lamperouch in the school academy outfit, I'm still here. If you found me through YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Wattpad, Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, or somewhere else across the platforms of the general public of the internet, well, welcome. Welcome aboard. Thank you for watching and thank you for hearing me out from start to finish. I appreciate the clicks, the shares, reposts, the promotion. Appreciate the subscribe and follows. I appreciate the views and the growth. If you are looking at the same person, is just older, more experienced, more focused, and much clearer about where I want my life to go. I am Sunbeam Titan. Sunbeam Titan. And not Sunbeam Titan. I am not a Titan. I'm Sunbeam Titan. I am Sunbeam 007. I am General Sunbeam, writer, content creator, streamer, blogger, on-camera personality, aspiring filmmaker, aspiring producer, and the creator behind Supremacy Clash Between Heroes and Villains. That is who I am. That is where I stand. That is the that is where my life is going. That is where I came from, and that is where I am trying to go and direct the path I want to be in. Now that you know a little more about the person behind the orange sun and the GS symbol, let me get to the main point. Let me catch my breath a bit. So once again, I will be posting random images left and right, photographies like photos and such, maybe videos, small videos left and right on this video content. And yeah, just to really solidify that I've been around over the years. All right, General Sunbeam. Now, General Sunbeam public creator and collaboration address. Once again, good day, viewers and audience. For those that have made it this far and continue watching, thank you for hearing me out. Once again, viewer discretion is advised, so just be warned that this is a serious, mature discussion. This is General Sunbeam reporting. If you have followed my work before, you probably recognize the bright orange sun with the GS in the center. That is my main symbol, representative, watermark, and part of the General Sunbeam identity. I am a serious, dedicated, hardcore content creator, writer, blogger, vlogger, streamer, aspiring filmmaker, media personality, model, and independent creator. I am also very comfortable being on camera, without a shadow of a doubt. I enjoy photography, video production, live streaming, interviews, modeling or general modeling, cosplay, promotion videos, AMVs, shorts, reels, YouTube videos, and other forms of digital media. I cannot say that any clearer. As long as a project is legal, within the law, safe, clearly communicated, and follows the rules of the location or platform and within the terms of service guideline, I am generally comfortable participating on camera. You know it. I don't mind being on camera as long as it's within the TOS. What I do for work. Right now, one of my independent contractor jobs is lunch drop in the Austin, Texas area. I just got back from doing lunch drop, and later on at the time of this video content, I'll be heading off to do my pool monitor duties at the nearby pool, community neighborhood pool. 3 hour shift and having to deal with bees, wasps, and possibly angry neighbors or residents complaining about bees and wasps. With all due respect, I will do my best to see what I can do, but It is very hot. There are bees activity. So again, safety. Please avoid the parks if you can. I understand that people like to have fun, but I do not control the parks. I'm just working for them as a typical employee. But getting back on point, I'm going to be. I just got back from doing lunch job, and that is one of my independent contractor jobs. I normally drive to restaurants, pick up multiple customer orders, and deliver those orders to corporate or business locations around Austin, ATX. It is useful side income, but I consider it a gig rather than my ultimate career goal. My bigger ambition has always been creative media or creative entertainments. My real career goal, my long-term goal is to become a professional creator and producer. More specifically, I want to develop and eventually pitch my original anime and entertainment project. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. I cannot say that enough. I've been saying that on my multiple live streams and separate independent video content on YouTube, Rumble, and across the social media internet. I want to produce and pitch Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains to all the anime industry studios. I want to build experience in YouTube and online video production, filmmaking, animation, writing and storytelling, photography, videography, live streaming, podcasting, modeling, cosplay, interviews, promotional content, short form videos, behind the scenes, production, entertainment development. A good general term for what I am trying to become is a multimedia content creator and producer. Again, multimedia content creator and producer. Oh, let me catch my breath. I do not only want to watch entertainment, I want to help create it. I want to build, produce, develop. Yes, I use AI assisted tools. I also openly use AI assisted creative tools that may include ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Venice, Perchance, Copilot, image generation tools, video generation tools, writing assistants, and other technology. AI exists in 2026, but it did not exist back in 2012 during my or around my school years before the early 2000s. It didn't exist back then. And I choose to learn how to use it as part of my creative workflow, believe it or not, like it or not. At the same time, I understand that AI or artificial intelligence has limitations. AI can also make mistakes. Humans can make mistakes too. AI does not know everything, and neither does any individual person. And I want to add personally that it is not God created. It is not created by God or the Lord Almighty Himself. So just a crystal clear that AI does not know everything, and neither does any individual person. Both can make mistakes. All right, going to pause right there. Okay, so continue on to the next video content segment. Just I suck at being a content creator or an influencer, but everyone's entitled to their opinion or impression. What I can say I'm perfect at being is just being me naturally. And if someone's gonna tell me I need a reality check or something like that, well, if I can create a GoFundMe account, why don't you give me $1 million and I will definitely go get a reality check, a full comprehensive reality check. Anyway, let's get back to the point. So, oh my gosh, it is definitely too long. Don't read, and it is a too long don't hear kind of thing because I am producing a very long content as usual. But hey, a lot of my talking points or my expression speaks the truth most of the time. I speak facts and not opinion. My goal is to show and explain the context and not just tell and not show the proof. I'm not no ghost storytellers, and you know me. I don't like ghosts. I don't believe in ghost fairy tale. I would say I believe that the building or the setting is haunted, but I don't see ghosts. I don't see zombies. I don't see skeletons. Unless somebody is just trying to do an AI prank and say, "Oh, I see skeletons now," and yeah, you freaking use an AI to do a photo and Photoshop it to make it believable. That's make believe. We don't. I don't need. I want facts, not make believe bullcrap. So this is why I create videos, because this is unedited. I am not editing this video, and this is why I live stream almost all the time. When I go out in public, if I feel like I'm going to be in a sketchy area or in a high crime rate, I'm going to start live streaming and try to multi live stream all at once, so that it will capture everything on the lens of the camera. But again, I forgot where I'm at, and I hate having to derail all this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, I am I am almost towards the end of the script, and it's almost 4 p.m. in real time. Uh, oh yeah. So I'm saying I'm looking for other creators, like other artists, or just other recreation, leisure, entertainment personnel that can produce music, that can paint, that can draw with crayons or draw on the computer using drawing tools. If you can do more than one thing and you are very focused, laser focused on it, but you don't think about the money and you put your passion as a hobbyist, I am paying you because of that. I'm not paying someone that is putting the money behind a paywall. You shut the freaking up and put your money where your mouth is and show me. I don't do it for money. And you can see here if I can get my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Reddit, 4chan, VK, any social media platform where you can get monetized for money and start earning, I'm paying those artists that are very generous, passionate, humble, dedicated to what they're doing. That's the value I look for in an artist, not selfish and greedy artists. And I don't want to pay someone that hates AI too. I need someone that's flexible too. Let me add that on there. I have no issues with AI. I have no issues with technology. I have no issues with Waymo, Tesla, politics, news. I don't know how I would feel if someone tried to put me on blast on CNN or on ABC or Fox News or any local news. But I'm not very sensitive to news. Whatever I watch on the news or whatever I see on the Weather Channel or whatever I read on Facebook, like for example, the most controversial figure is Vic Mignogna, or how I'm gonna read it as it is Vic Mignogna, the English voice actor behind Edward Elric of Full Metal Alchemist. I have no issues meeting him if I didn't know he's a guest at this convention. Like that's how flexible and how not so sensitive I am. I will say I am sensitive to straightforward, direct criticism. Let's just say if my parents and I have an argument, that shows that I'm sensitive. But if somebody complains about me on their YouTube channel, I don't think I would feel that sensitive. The fact that they're promoting me, because the saying goes, bad publicity is good publicity. People can say the same thing I would say. I am exercising freedom of speech, fair use, free expression, and I'm going to call out people. So this is a serious, mature discussion. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's talk about this hideous Asian content creator, Sunbeam Titan, General Sunbeam. He complains too much. He hates movies. Well, I already did offer myself as maximum disservice that I'm not into movies when I once was. I'm at the age where many people gonna ask me, "Have you have kids yet? Are you a dad? Are you a father figure? Are you already having kids?" I'm already being asked that by my doctors, dentists, senior friends, and it can be annoying. I don't tell anybody that. I mind my own business, but again, I'm just derailing again. I'm going off the script here, but that's I'm just again speaking what's on my mind. But I have no issues with being the face of the camera, like the web camera here. I have no issue being catch or caught on other people's live stream. I have no issues with interviews or being invited to speak on podcasts or on news. It takes a lot more to change my mind. I am not very conscious or self-conscious about my privacy out in the public streets. Especially, I know a lot of photographers will be at conventions and public events, and it is kind of stupid for people that care about their privacy to know that there are security cameras out there. If people have issues with cameras, to me, there are red flags. They might be hiding something malicious or suspicious, and they might do something bad if they're too afraid to avoid. If they're trying to avoid security cameras, because I know somebody that tampers with security cameras are already a red flag. They're potential crooks. I have no issues being recorded, filmed, even if someone is trying to secretly film me from a a sniper camera or something. I don't know. It's not like I'm going to go naked in public and okay, I don't know what I can say about that, but I have no issues with privacy. I know very well when I'm out in public almost 100% of the time, I know very well there's going to be some sort of surveillance cameras actively recording. So I want to remind all of you viewers and audience that you can't really do anything about surveillance cameras. If you don't like being out in private, why don't you wear like a face mask or something and saying, "Oh, I got allergies, so I'm wearing a face cover." If I was that smart, if I really like to hide my face, I would just wear a face cover and wear sunglasses and say I'm sensitive to the sun, I get sunburned easily, and nobody's not gonna find you too suspicious. If I was that smart, I'm just telling you that right now. If you care about your privacy out in public, hide your face with a face mask and say, "Oh, I'm too sensitive. I got allergies," something like that. But I can tell you here on my own web camera, I'm a man. I'm a courageous man. I'm. My parents don't want me to be in a police officer or in any security or any military where I'm going to be putting my life on the line. I don't want. But I can say what I can tell my parents and anyone that worries too much. You're never safe, no matter what. You're not safe from your close friends. You're not safe from diseases. You're not safe from your own self negligence if you choose to starve to death or hurt yourself. I think I can best say you're not safe from being from yourself. But the most thing I can say 100% is you're never ever safe, no matter where you're at or where you go. You're never ever safe because you're not immortal. Adolf Hitler is not safe. Miss Benito Mussolini is not safe, and the Japanese emperor during World War II, Hirohito, is not safe. The current president is not safe. The previous president is not safe. Nobody's ever safe. Even your own police or your own security can backstab you and betray you. Nobody's ever safe. That's a fact. People can dox, swat, and lie and cheat and do all this. And it's just sad that all this hate exists and it's bigger than all the opposite. It is so easy to do a bad thing or do something worse, and it's hard to do the good deeds. I don't understand that. But again, it feels like the seven deadly sins is stronger than the seven heavenly virtues. That's the easy way to summarize all that. Now, back to what I was saying. Uh, back to what I was saying. I like to look for people that can do a lot of things for me, and you will be rewarded with money. If I had to cite again One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy, the creator behind One Piece. If I found the Grand Line, all the treasure, if I suddenly became lucky, if I'm one out of the million people, one out of the billion people, a trillion people, and I win all the booties, all the diamonds, all the real gold, diamonds, crystals, and I'm already the first person to become beyond trillionaire. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the gold and all the jewelries. I want my own anime. That's the real grand line for me. That's the real treasure I want. You can have all that, but you're going to work for me for life. If you want to be rich, you work for me and give me what I want. That's the message. What I hope to communicate. If you make it this far, hearing me out. I want my own anime. I want to be famous saying I'm the first AI user that is working with human artists and say it is not about AI or human artists. I don't want to be in this stupid politics. Human artists versus AI. No, I'm in the middle. I'm a neutral person. I'm telling you facts that neither are perfect in any way. Both can be scammers. It's all about how you use them and how you treat both human artists and how you treat AI. It's all about discipline and how you steer it, if that makes sense. I'm very responsible. I can say that as a fact. I'm a responsible person. I try my best to own up my mistakes, and if people are too political and likes to disagree with me, we can't be friends. But I will tell you again, me and you are friends if you share the same mindset as I do. I'm very flexible when it comes down to employment. I like to make money because I'm trying to survive. This is not a financially free country. It's all money hungry. And I, at the same time, I'm not money hungry, but I'm forced to because it costs money and I need to survive. And that is why I don't care much about movies and all that. I don't want to be the one to produce it, but I want it to be free for all. I want it to be free for everyone to watch. All I care about is people talking about it, posting on Facebook, creating their own YouTube, and just like that, that's what I say when I take pride as one of my seven deadly sins. I'm trading greed for pride. But again, that is a network I want to build. And now the bigger vision is for General Sunbeam. My path is create content, produce content, develop content. I want to build, produce, create, construct. That is the easy way to define who I am now and where I am. I like to when I like to create content. I like to meet creators, collaborate, develop production skills, grow an audience, build professional relationships, create stronger supremacy material. Create stronger supremacy material, develop a proof of concept, eventually pitch supremacy professionally to every actual anime studio industries. Basically, I want to rent out all those studios, and they're gonna work for me. All the voice actors, everyone in that studio industry is gonna work for me. If I was a wealthy person, I'm renting it out just for them to work for me to create my own anime. And I'm not getting any money back because I own the copyright. I own the intellectual property. You own, like a stock market, you own a piece of it. But hey, bro, I'm putting all this out there for free. I'm not trying to make money out of it. So if somebody is going to attack me or say something bad, here's the biggest fact. I am not a greedy asshole like all the politicians. I ain't corrupt. I am trying to be as honest as humanly as I can be and say I'm not about the money. Because money, again, is the root of all evil, and money cannot bring happiness. But seeing my own anime being streamed on Crunchyroll, finally, I am going to be happy because I can watch it. I can watch it all over and I'll never get tired of watching my own anime on a loop. Like people like to binge watch their favorite anime, like Sword Art Online, and but hey, I bet you're gonna be happy when you finally work very hard chasing your dream and you got your results broadcasted and put on television. I'm pretty sure you'll feel the same way I would feel when somebody able to fulfill what they want. I'm looking for this full pipeline. Voice actors, I want to look for voice actors and not experienced one. I want beginners and those that will commit to fulfilling my dreams because I treat people the way I want to be treated. You fulfill my dreams, I'm going to do what I can to fulfill your dreams. And you can call me out on your YouTube, on your live stream, and that's a fair compromise. Again, I've seen Code Geass, so I'm kind of gambling that. But right now, I don't have the money. I'm broke. I'm not a multimillionaire. I'm just an ordinary human being trying to put food on the table. But I'm trying to rally up and trying to get artists together to understand where I'm coming from so that we can help each other grow as a serious content creator. Because once we can get monetized, that's where I am trying to start paying artists, and I want to start my dream of vision of producing my own anime, and I want that traditional human pipeline to begin somewhere. But that is where I am headed, or where I'm heading right now, and what I'm trying to communicate here to all the viewers and audience. I am not waiting for someone to magically discover me. Well, to be fair, I kind of am hoping that somebody would magically discover me that is a legitimate artist and not a stupid spam bot that will just get banned for copy and paste. I know I said that multiple times, but I'm stressing it because unfortunately I'm seeing that all over the social media. I'm surprised that FBI and the FTC or the FCC are not doing something to fully curb stomp this annoyance. It's a nuisance. I am actively trying to build a team, skills, portfolio, audience, and relationships. I don't know why is that there, but what I meant to say is friendships, mutual friendships, because I don't want to look at artists as co-workers. No, we're friends. We're gonna go to conventions. We're gonna have a panel, and we're gonna support each other and say, hey, this person is trying to be a voice actor. This person is trying to be their new aspiring next generation voice actor. This person is trying to be an artist. We're gonna build that. We're gonna build our own One Piece. Well, I'm referencing One Piece because again, every Shonen Jump main character has a clear goal, and as long as the creator is still alive and still producing that anime, hopefully he or she can finish it and say that the main character took I don't know how many years or I don't know how many seasons, but they finally did it. But again, I'm here to promote each other, and a true sub for sub, follow for follow is we're gonna scratch each other's back and say, I'm promoting this. Shout out and credit to all my teams. Thank you for helping me get there. Here's your money. Here's your recognition. Here's a cup of coffee. Here's some snacks. Take it. I don't care about them. I can't wait to go watch my own anime and say, oh boy, I'm eating sushi and watching my own anime on my tablet. That's the message I want. I don't give a damn about money, food. I want anime, my own anime. I'm not gonna watch a brand new generation of Yu-Gi-Oh, and suddenly the creator turns out to be a criminal. What the hell? I don't like that. But you bet your ass I ain't no criminal. I'm doing everything legitimately and doing everything the right way and the healthy way. And you have to give me that. You have to give me credit for doing it the smart and legitimate way. Because that's what I want the message to all new creators out there trying to make their own television show is to do it the right way. And I want people to say, hey, I wasn't feeling well. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm sick and I am poor and homeless and I have to struggle on food pantry or something. I want to hear people talking about their flaws and brag about it and not be fooling themselves and saying, hey, I'm better than you. You suck. You go to hell. And then these people who fool themselves and end up being at that level, at that degenerate level, and I'm going to laugh at them because I treat people the way I want to be treated. But again, I'm not, well, I would say so and so. I'm not waiting for someone to magically discover me, but I actually want someone to discover me and come to me and say, "Hey, Sunbeam, I know you want to be a content creator or an anime producer. I got the network, I got the money, I got people. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get there." That's what I want to hear, and I appreciate that very much. That is the kind of magnet I'm looking for. I am actively trying to build the team, skills, portfolio, audience, and connections, mutual friendship connections necessary to move forward. I know I said that, but again, just to repeat. So here is my open invitation. Here is this potential door of opportunity. And I can also say this: if I can produce my own anime and I made it this far, I could probably be able to also learn how to start my own convention. It is possible, but it doesn't take one person, and it just takes a freaking heck load of money. And I wish I could find that grand line. so that I can hold it, put it in the bank, and let the bank work for me. So now I can be my own employer and start creating my own studio and hiring my own team. And those that have always wanted, that are willing to commit to working for me and help me get there, will be rewarded. As I am trying to be my own miracle maker, and let's say if you're trying to work for other teams, why are you working for them and not being so recognized when you can work for me? Because I got the money and you help me and you have finally helped me get there. I will do what I can to make sure you get what you're looking for. I'm here to destroy the competition and try to open up opportunities for the first timers, for those that wanted to be where they're at in an artistic career. But at the moment, I can't promise that because money talks, people listen. If I'm not a millionaire, I don't know how I'm going to be a millionaire, but I'll figure that out. I will find a way. But all I'm hoping to look for right now is I'm looking for dedication, I'm looking for flexibility, I'm looking for passion, I'm looking for people who are not very sensitive to what's going on politics, news, artificial intelligence, technologies. If you chase your dream, then you shouldn't let all that stop you from getting there. But but the only thing I can say is what's stopping anyone from getting there is money. Money. So yeah, I don't know what more I can say to that. But again, here's my open invitation, open opportunity. If you are a legitimate creator, artist, photographer, filmmaker, streamer, model, cosplayer, animator, VTuber, musician, editor, or other creative professional in Central Texas, Austin, Pflugerville, Round Rock, Huddle, Taylor, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Galveston, San Marcos, Manor, Granger, Mesquite, Frisco, Pleasant Grove, or Roy City, or any other cities within Central Texas, or even slightly North Texas, or East Texas, West Texas, South Texas. But if you're also a remote, if you also use Discord, Zoom, and you are a legitimate creator, just like me, you love making videos, you love trying to record yourself, whether you record yourself working out, you love to record yourself playing with your dogs. I don't know, like whether you're 18 plus, whatever. If you love streaming almost every day, that is what I'm looking for. All creative professionals, whether amateur or so, in Central Texas, feel free to introduce yourself and reach out to me. That is the selection of people I'm looking for. I don't like people that just don't record themselves when they could try to to do that alongside with playing games. I have used to live stream on Twitch. I'm playing Genshin, and I'm pretty sure I am not famous. I'm not getting a lot of attention, and I'm not making a lot of money. But I know, with all due respect, female streamers will have a high chance because females. You know, all I can say is lust. But I'm a married person. I'm a married man, and I'm doing it. I am doing all this just to put food on the table to survive. I'm not doing this for myself. I don't want to make money and profit. I'm not trying to profit. I'm only trying to make the money to start saving up to fulfill my dreams and turn it into revenue money. So anyway, you show me what you can actually make. You show me what you can produce as a content creator. Show me your channel. Show me your portfolio. Show me all these image and all these videos you did. Show me that you cosplay and saying, "Hey, I only have a hundred Instagram followers, but hey, I have over 500 shorts, 500 videos, and we can collaborate together. I know you cosplay, so let's do something together." And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. And I will also want to hear, I got a cameraman that's good with videos. All you have to do is just be yourself and have fun. That's the strong message. Have fun. That's what I want to hear. Show me again. Show me your portfolio. Show me your photography. Show me your videos. Show me your artwork. Show me your videos. Okay, I am repeating that part. So tell me what part of Central Texas you are in. Then tell me what can we actually create together. That's the definition of collaboration. That is how all these cosplayers on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, if they are actually making money, like Yaya Han, who is being a featured guest at top convention, and they're doing it on the career side, I could tell you if you're serious about live streaming and recording yourself and trying to put it on videos that can try to get monetized, you will have more opportunities to go to other conventions or other events. Because if you're doing this for fun, you're not gonna get far, and that solidifies why I'm very hell bent on being a serious, dedicated content creator. And I'm trying to communicate to all your viewers and audience that I doubt this video itself will get me 100,000 views, and I doubt I will get 1,000 meticulous subscribers to finally tell YouTube, "Hey, I want to start monetizing now. Give me money. I am broke. I cannot. I don't want to lose this house. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be a freaking beggar. Oh, that's retarded. My parents. I don't want to shame my parents like that." So I want to know what we can actually create together. That is the conversation I care about, that I want to hear and I want to see it. And I want you viewers and audience or anyone watching me, hearing me out, to mean business. Business partnership means I got the camera, I got the tripod. I see you. I see it's been a long day for you. Do you want a massage? I can give you a massage and I can record you receiving one. Just like all these massage ASMR on YouTube. I will be very happy to do that. And if someone's telling me, "Hey, let's do a PG one and then let's do a not safe for work one," I got two content. One is adult, and I got a lot of followers on any adult entertainment websites. So let's do two parts, so that way you are being recognized. That's what I want to hear. I am General Sunbeam. I am the bright orange sun, the GS. I'm a generic person that can strive to do anything and everything. When I put my mind to it, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to be trained, and I'm willing to improve, as long as it has to do with content creation. And eventually, I hope that you can spread the message. What I want. I want to not just continue to chase the American dream, but part of that American dream is to pitch and produce my own anime, and that's my ultimate career. I want to start my own employment and be my own employer and create my own creative entertainment studios. If I'm not gonna get hired by Crunchyroll, or if none of those studios is gonna care about what I have to offer, even if I became a millionaire and they want money, well, I can use that money and start my own business, and I'm my own employer. I'll do it my way. I bring creativity to the table. In fact, speaking of creative entertainment and bringing creativity to the table and all this creative thoughts. Oh, okay. Continue on. All right. What was I? Where was I? Oh man. As I was saying, so yes, I do use AI, artificial intelligence, like text-based AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perchance, Grok, Copilot, all that. Because AI exists in 2026, and I choose to learn how to use it as part of my creative workflow. At the same time, I understand that AI has limitations. AI can make mistakes. Humans can make mistakes too. Neither are God created. AI are not created by God. It is the humans that initiatively originally makes them, created the technology. AI does not know everything, and neither does any individual person. There are areas where human artists provide more precision, experience, emotion, judgment, consistency, and craftsmanship that automated tools may struggle to reproduce. So there's some things that would still would bring value to the human artist that AI cannot best reproduce or replicate. That is one major reason I am still looking for human artists and human collaborators. Believe it or not, I am interested in combining technology with human creativity rather than spending all my time arguing about whether AI should exist. I ain't getting into all that political heated controversies about artificial intelligence. I want to have fun making creative entertainment using AI and combining with other human artists as well. If someone strongly dislikes AI assisted creative work, I respect that choice, but I'm all about the action. Do something about it. Don't keep complaining about it. Blame it on the platforms and those that created AI in the first place. It is the company and the social platforms, not the users, the independent users that choose to use AI. We simply may not be the right collaborators for each other, but at least for myself, I don't throw hands, I don't exercise any form of violence that defines the disagreement. I don't believe in that. But I hope that there are non-sensitive AI artists out there that don't mind collaborating nonetheless. Who I am trying to meet. This is the most important part of this message. I am looking for real human creators. I am looking for real human creators, especially people around Pflugerville, Round Rock, North Austin, Central Texas, ATX. I would like to meet YouTubers, Rumble creators, streamers, filmmakers, videographers, photographers, models, cosplayers, podcasters, video editors, actors, voice actors, illustrators, character artists, storyboard artists, animators, graphic designers, musicians, composers, sound designers, writers, directors, producers, other multimedia creators. I especially want to meet people who naturally think, let's grab the camera and make something. That's the one I want to hear and what I hope to see it happen. So again, I especially want to meet people who naturally think, let's grab the camera and make something. That is the kind of creator mindset I am searching for. I want to make that loud, bold, and clear. I'm looking for those creator mindset that don't mind grabbing a camera and produce something to put on YouTube or other social platforms. What collaboration means to me. I want direct communication, something like this. Hey, General Sunbeam, I live in Ramrock, or I live Pflugerville, or I live not in East Palmer, West Palmer, somewhere in North ATX. I make videos and photography. Here is my YouTube channel. Here is my portfolio. Here is my Instagram. I have cameras and production equipment. Would you like to meet somewhere public? Talk about ideas and create something together over a cup of coffee at Starbucks or something. That gets my attention hands down. That definitely gets my attention. That's what I want to hear clearly. Or I saw Supremacy. I saw Supremacy on Wattpad. I saw it on Wattpad. You've been writing over 100 chapters. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. I am an artist or animator. Here is my portfolio. I've been around for 5 years. Here's my DeviantArt, ArtStation, Facebook, Instagram, Thread, TikTok, YouTube, all that. Here's my strong portfolio and my activity. My engagement is strong, and I would love to reach out and help you get there. I would like to discuss helping you develop some character artwork or an animation test. That is a solid, real conversation that I really want to hear. That's what I want to hear. And proof of all the portfolio, proof of an actual camera and all the gizmos. We could meet at a public location, have coffee, compare portfolios, discuss ideas, and determine whether working together makes sense. Hopefully, that that is what I mean. That is what I mean when I say collaboration. I mean that's what collaboration means to me, and what I want to hear when I want, and I want to what I. But I really want to see it. I want to see proof of collaboration, not someone just saying it and then they don't mean it. No, I am not looking for spam and bots and bunch of scam artists or con artists. I need to make this very clear. I received too many messages that look like amazing artwork. Your story would make a great webcomic. Message me on Telegram or add my Discord. Here's my Discord user. I can grow your channel. Here's my email address. I can get you thousands of followers. I can get you thousands of subscribers. Buy my marketing package. Those retarded messages usually do not interest me. I am especially cautious when an account was created only a few days or weeks ago, has almost no posts, has no real portfolio, like no genuine content posted on either YouTube or on DeviantArt on your own profile channel, has no real portfolio, has no real identifiable history, has little or no genuine engagement with other users, no favorites or anything, sends the same copy and paste generic compliment or flattery comments repeatedly, immediately tries to move me onto another platform, avoiding moderations or any form of guidelines, refuses to show previous work, wants money before explaining the project, promises unrealistic follower or subscriber growth. I am trying to meet established creators, real established creators, and not anonymous solicitation fake accounts that have no content whatsoever and that was just made recently, like a few days ago or weeks ago, that can't even use the freaking platform. Like, look at me. I'm a serious YouTuber with over 950 videos. I live stream, I post, I respond, I comment, I share. DeviantArt, 14 years. Post content, favorite, share, give badges. Facebook, live stream, comment, share, post stories. That is the definition of a legitimate content creator and a human behind all these users of Facebook or whatever, like all these social medias. That's a true definition of a human being that knows how to use these social media platforms. What makes someone look legitimate to me? Now, you do not have to be famous. I mean, I'm not a famous person no matter what. I don't identify as a public. Oh, I'm not. I'm never going to see myself as a famous person. I mean, I leave it up to the opinion and the oppression of other people that thinks I'm famous. But me, I am not that. I am not really full of myself. Other than once my dream has been achieved, maybe I would be. But I'm not a famous person. I'm not an influencer. I'm not the president. I'm not a powerful figure. It is. I only become a powerful figure when you allow me to become a powerful figure. But I don't tell people what to do. I don't force people. I don't enslave people. I don't understand how presidents, world leaders become that powerful. Oh, they have money. I think that's what. I think the real idea is if you are a rich person, then more than likely you are a powerful person. If you cut their chain of supply and you cut their wealth, then that person is just a weakling. No president or world leaders are immortal. That's a fact. But I will go back to what I'm saying again. You do not have to be famous. I'm not a famous person no matter what. You do not need 1 million followers or subscribers. What matters, to me at least, is having a real history. I feel much more comfortable when I can see your portfolio, your channel, your artwork, your videos, your photographs, your previous projects, your posting histories, your collaboration, your real engagement with other people, and that you continue to post regularly. Like you keep posting, you respond to comments, you share, and like what I'm doing. I'm posting real videos of me. This is the real me. No deepfake, no AI. I am making a real video here that probably will not get 1 million views or it will not get shared or reposted across Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere else. I will probably just have only almost one or three views on this video content whenever it gets uploaded and posted publicly on YouTube, Rumble, or whatever across the general public of the internet. But what I'm saying is I am a real person and this is how I define what an artist or a creator is legitimate. Not those stupid fake bots that just created a random YouTube one day and then they start copying and pasting. Oh, reach me out. I can help you reach 1 million followers. No way. I do. I don't like that. I don't understand why there's no strong police or no strong moderation with these fake bots, copy and paste generic influencer packaging, coaching, marketing bots that I just create recently or created a few days ago, only for it to be removed and banned from YouTube, DeviantArt, or whatever. I'm trying really hard to call that out and put a stop to them. An account that has existed for several years with consistent creative work gives me much more confidence than in a blatant account created last week or 3 days ago with three pictures and a message asking me for money. Well, I don't like to just pay some random solicitor that doesn't have any content posted, that didn't even update their profile, that didn't come up with a coherent bio update. Like, that is just spam, straight up spam. I have spent years or decades building my own online presence, and that's a fact. I'm not hiding my face or my body. I'm not hiding behind a plastic paper bag or a plastic bag over my head. I'm not hiding my hideous acne pimple face. I'm showing it because I know there are other people that have weaknesses, and we are human beings. I have produced hundreds of videos and am approaching 1,000 content upload or content video uploads on YouTube, along with years of writing, social media content, streaming, world building, and creative development. I've been around since the early 2000s to 2005 through 2010, graduated high school in 2012, been on YouTube even during my high school year with no friends, almost no friends, was single for a long time and got married in my 30s, moved out in my 30s, and still there are a bunch of these stupid scammers and people that wants to do the bad thing with malicious intent, with violent behavior. And here I am doing the right thing, just speaking my mind, exercising free speech and expression, and saying I produce a lot of videos and I'm still not going viral or famous. I am not Johnny Somali and all these annoying nuisance streamers. I mean pranksters that goes out bothering employees and store business and restaurant owners. I'm not those people. I'm just here trying to get somewhere and be like many other voice actors, filmmakers, television personalities, news, and a whole bunch of artists, various artists. That includes painters, musicians, uh, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Pottery, like people making art out of clay or dirt, like any form of artist. But again, I'm not talking about artists. I'm going to say creative entertainments, because art, the word art is now very strongly opinionated with artificial intelligence, with all these easy to generate text-based generative AIs out there. I would say it is not always the independent user's fault. It is those that created the whole platform. It is them. It is them that created that are at fault, and those that continue to fund these sources are at fault, not the users. So basically, I am not at fault for just using AI and saying, "Hey, I disclose it. I'm not making money out of it. I'm having fun." There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to continue. I'm derailing really bad, and also soon I have to go to work and work at the pool. And I don't really like being out in the hot sun, but I gotta make the money. Got rent to pay, and got the Honolulu Hawaii trip coming up. So again, along with years of writing, social media content, streaming, world building, and creative development ever since 2005 or 2010 or before AI existed and before COVID-19, I want to work with people, with legitimate people who can also demonstrate that they genuinely care about creating. Again, passion, dedication, not just, oh, I'm not going to produce anything unless you give me $500. I don't want to pay people that. That's not passion. That's greed. What I want to build, I do not want this to be only follow me and I follow you kind of thing. Not follow for follow, sub for sub. I don't like that. That is just greed. I want something stronger. I want creators to help. Again, I want help. I want creators helping creators. One person may know photography, another may know editing, another knows another knows how to live stream and can produce sound like SFX, music. Like I want someone that knows how to set up a microphone or karaoke or AV tech and can help me do all this that has to relate with YouTube and all that, or streaming, producing video. Another may draw, another may animate, another may perform, another may write music, another may know cameras, another may understand live streaming, another may know how to organize a production. Like for me, I can do all that. I know how to set up a camera, tripod, write music. I even know how to use almost any AIs because I can use ChatGPT and it can tell me everything. And I can say I'm autistic, so make it easy to understand. And boom, I know how to do all this by myself. Even my dad can do almost everything. Like me and my dad are versatile, jack of all trade. My dad and myself both can garden, can cut weed, mow the lawn, cook. We can probably even treat like minor injuries like a cut, scrape, bee sting, mosquitoes. Like I'm willing to learn because information is valuable. It's not always about money. If a person is skilled at doing something and can remember like me, like I'm able to remember a lot of people's flaws, I remember a lot of incidents. I remember that there were a lot of shootings and a lot of earthquakes, news. I even remember Japan suffered a tsunami during I don't know. I know it has to do with an earthquake and I think an earthquake and a tsunami that has to affect the power plant. So I still remember that much, but maybe it'll take time for me to remember the clear detail of the timeline. But I remember the generic incidents. But I am good at remembering a lot of things. I have a strong recollective mind. But what I'm saying is, I can do all this. I can do everything because I'm just Ken, and I'm enough. I'm Ken enough, and I'm great at doing stuff. I can do anything. When you put your mind to it, as Shayla LaBeouf said, just do it. Don't let dreams be dreams. Just do it. If you're not going to hurt anybody, if you don't put anyone in a hospital, I don't see what's wrong with it. It doesn't matter if you embarrass yourself. Go for it. Just do it. And I'm doing it. I am fighting for what I believe in. As long as I don't put anybody in a hospital, I don't go out and buy weapons. I don't throw hands. I speak my mind only. I speak with words, but I'm not Charlie Kirk. I'm just Sunbeam Titan. I'm just being me, having fun, and standing firmly for what I believe in, chasing my dream goals. You know, Naruto want to be Hokage. The creator created like I don't know how many seasons, 7 seasons, and then Naruto became Hokage. Now the son, Boruto. I don't know what his dream is, but I'm not gonna watch all that. I already get the gist of what the next generation of Naruto is about, and I don't need to read. I don't need to watch it to understand the storyline. But what I'm saying is everyone got dreams, and I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what my parents' ultimate dream is. I'm pretty sure they like going on a cruise, but I don't know. I don't know if they're really happy with what they're doing. But everyone does has a crystal clear dream, like an in-game career or their full dream. My dream is part of the whole biggest point is to understand what the point of humanity, and I want to follow what I call the American dream concept is to see my grandchildren and whatever my kids and my grandchildren what they want to be, if they're happy and whatever they want to be, whether they want to join the military, be a police officer, run their own restaurants, I want to help them get there. And if they're super happy with where they're at, that's the definition of their dream. They reach their dream and they follow the part of the American dream concept. I want to have kids. I want to have grandkids. I want to go to college, and I want to produce my own anime. If I can reach all that and retire as a grandfather, I'm very happy with where I'm at. That's what I define the American dream. And I know one of you viewers and audience have a specific dream, a precise dream. which is so competitive, especially with inflation, the gas price. It is all about that passion and the dedication. And what I think it's worth the money is someone with ambition and continues to not give up. Naruto, Monkey D. Luffy, Goku, all these Shonen Jump main characters, I know they have their dream, whatever they want to be, and they got it. They probably have made it, and I bet the creator have already finished making all these big ass, long ass anime season, and say they did it. Ask Ketchum, the classic, the main character of the original Pokemon series, finally became a Pokemon master. Now they're creating a new character. I guess Pokemon's continuing with a different plot line. I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to watch all the season of Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn. Uh, oh my gosh, I forgot the next one. But I know the old classic Pokemon from the classic Team Rocket. But I love the Hoenn region. And my favorite Pokemon is Blaziken, Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken, because he's hot. Blaziken is hot, fire, and fighting. I'm on fire. I'm hot, and I'm fighting for my dreams. That's what I think about Blaziken. I don't know. I just don't know how. I just don't know why Blaziken is my favorite Pokemon, but it just came to me because I guess I used to play Ruby Red and Emerald on Nintendo Game Boy Advance. Okay, and I'm just procrastinating and derailing. But anyway, what I'm saying is everyone has dreams, and that's what I want to communicate here on this video content. And that's my biggest dream is to produce my own anime. I don't want to watch television and not get paid for it. That's a waste of time and space. Why do I care about another creator that don't care about all their viewers and their audience? I mean, they should at least appreciate, hey, this person is spending money. Hey, at least they're paying attention to your work. If I was on the creator side, I like to actually recognize every viewers and try to be as creative as I can and say, I'm not that creator that's too selfish. I want to remember every viewer as I can and put all their names on a scripture or something. Recognize them as I have been recognized in that sense. And that's how you treat people the way you want to be treated. I want to be that person that is generous, but not too selfish and not too full of myself. But I will still say that I would still trade greed for pride in the seven deadly sin because, of course, I'm going to get too excited when someone finally is fulfilling my dreams and they will be compensated for that. I want to make sure that they are paid for helping me get there. I'm not about the money, but it costs money. I don't know what more I can say about that. But again, I want these people that knows how to do all these things and help me out and work together. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. But I don't like having to be the one man person that is trying to do all this. So put those people together, and suddenly everyone can make something larger than what they could make alone. Again, teamwork makes the dream works. That is the network I want to build and what I care about, what I care the most among my families, my immediate families, and my in law families, and a few friends. And let's talk about true friends. A true friend would know my ambition, would read me like a book and say, Ty, I know you love producing anime. I have spent $1,000 on all the cameras. I got network with the news and the podcast. I know a power hungry, cloud chasing who loves to make videos that I can introduce you to that can help you get on the news. I have connection with the news, with the local news, with the police. We're talking like Tony Montana, Scarface. We're talking like all these gangster stuff that has connections, and that's what the definition of networking means. But anyway, back to true friends. I want true friends that will represent me and say, "Hey, this guy, this hideous Asian dude wants to make anime. Why don't you take a look and talk to him about it?" I'm sure he will be very happy to talk and I don't know, buy you a coffee or something. But that's what I look for a true friend. A caring friend would know who I am on the inside out. I know all my friends, and I can say almost everyone in my own generation would play video games and would just play to have fun and don't care about live streaming. But if I want to play games, I'd be live streaming. I mean, that's within my control. I have a laptop, I have my phone. I can live stream 4 or 5 ways or 6 ways if I could, because loudly TikTok and Instagram I had to have a thousand followers in order to freaking live stream on the computer or on the phone, which is retarded. But I can, I do play games, but I do like to live stream it and say, hey, here's Sunbeam's Genshin Impact live stream. Okay, I haven't been playing for a long time, and they are giving me a welcome back package. Oh, free primo gems. Oh man, let's see if I can pull this character. I like this character because this character doesn't wear shoes, and it's a female character. No, no, it's a male character. It's a hot male character. but but anyway, aside the point, that is the network I want to build, and that is what I'm looking for a friend. I'm not a lazy person, and I can say that from the bottom of my heart that I'm not lazy because I work hard to get this house, and this house isn't free. There's no such thing as a free real estate. Well, at least that's for the freaking cockroach and the bugs. But once I see them, they get the death penalty because they're gonna spread diseases, and I don't want to end up in the hospital. I'm not paying $10,000 plus another 10,000 just to keep this house, working and functioning, and I don't want to spend another 10,000 fixing my car too with the wear and tear and gas. Again, it's not a financially free country. No matter where you live, you're gonna be spending a lot of money. I don't know how multimillionaires are able to sustain being a multimillionaire. I mean, I don't want to know if what they're doing is illegal, but it's all about financially being disciplined, and I'm disciplining myself by not going to convention just for fun. I don't want to spend money on buying games if I'm not going to make money like return on investment. I'm spitting a lot of true facts here on this camera because it is true. My immediate family members are able to own the best home because they are financially stable. They're financially disciplined. They know that spending money on movies and games is not going to help them make more money if you're just going to watch as an audience. There's no fun in that, in my opinion. And when you have kids, that's a different story. When you have kids, you shouldn't be focusing on yourself. You should be focused on the kids, on their success, raising them. But it speaks for itself. Anyway, I'm gonna catch a breather. I'm gonna catch a breather and take a deep breath, and we'll continue on this next part of this video content, video production segment. Okay, continuing on with the video content, next part of this segment. So, as I was saying, let's just to summarize what I have said all throughout this video content. I am looking for legitimate human content creators. And I would consider, in my opinion, even if you disclose that you use AI, whether that's ChatGPT, Gemini, or any form of AI platform tools, even if you try to do Photoshop or CGI, in my opinion, I still think you're a human. What I don't think that you're a human is if you go out and hurt people, you go out and murder people, you think about buying firearm and start threatening people, and you cheat, lie, scam, and be a con artist or doing sketchy, shady businessship. I don't think that's human. I don't think that's very humane. What classifies as being human is you're honest, you're transparent, you don't hide. If you're trying to be a stand-up person and you're trying to speak in an assertive manner without being too blunt, well, I appreciate that at least, but I will tell you, I'm a very hard-headed, almost incomprehensible, and a very, very picky on a certain individual. Like I'm very picky on the mindset, a certain mindset of people, and I'm telling you, as a maximum dissatisfactory, as a disservice, I look for people who share the same mindset as me, who is very productive, willing to make money, don't mind working overtime, very flexible, like absolutely flexible, not very AI sensitive, not very political sensitive, don't mind, it doesn't feel offended talking about AI or seeing AI imagery. And they are very passionate on what they do. They work very hard. I'm looking for someone with a strong work ethic, not too lazy, understand that they are working to survive and put food on the table. So I am that hard headed for a reason. I am trying to survive and I'm trying to define and lead by example. That I like to look for people that are chasing their dream but also trying to survive. But I don't force anybody. But I don't like people getting me involved in anything that has nothing to do with me or them. When it comes to entertainment, I don't want it to be just a hobby. I want to get paid for doing the said entertainment. Like if I play piano, I want to get paid to play piano. If I want to watch anime, I want someone to pay me $100 profit to watch a horror anime. That's a good example. I'm gonna tell you the stone cold truth. That is what I mean. I want to have return on investment. I don't want anyone to spend me money and then they look like they're just full of themselves, like it benefits them than me. Like I don't want anyone to just buy me a movie ticket and then they laugh out loud and then they keep on bothering me left and right. Hey Ty, look at this character. Look at this character. Yeah, this character's dying. Like what the heck, man? I'm trying to watch the movie in peace and you're bothering me. How? What kind of friend is that? But I can tell you, I'm a true friend. I'm a understand. I'm a well understandable friend. If you don't like the movie I watch, hey, I respect your opinion. I respect your preference. But I am not that selfish. I will make sure when anybody, if we share the same, if we share the same mindset, if we share something in common, almost strictly in common, I will make sure you are compensated for the effort, for the time spent in helping me get there. So that's what I look for in a friend, and that's what I look for in people, and that's what I look for in any viewers and audience watching this whole video content. I say this, I stress this enough on multiple live streams, and I can't really stress that enough. I'm not a very lazy person. I don't like to just play games for the fun of it, and I want to make sure that the viewers and audience are getting my message loud and clear. There's no way that you may not have seen me around 4 years ago, way before COVID-19. I'm sure you may have recognized me that is the cosplay of Sino from Genshin Impact or Kirito from Sword Online. At the time, I was like I wasn't really into like having my pictures taken or into AMV. But now you know what I would look for now. I love to be in anyone's content. I love being like invited to podcasts, live streams. You keep the money. I don't want your money. Don't pay me. I appreciate the publicity. That's what I want. I want to see myself on YouTube and saying, "Hey, I like this creator. Thank you for inviting me on your channel." That's what I want. The value is what I want long term. The long term is I can see myself on anyone's video content. I see myself on the internet. I am finally becoming famous. And I pray to the Lord that I'm being famous on good faith and good terms. So again, show me all your portfolio artwork and video. Tell me what part of Texas or Central Texas, and hopefully we can meet in person. And again, tell me what can we actually create together. That's the definition of collaboration. That is the conversation I want. I am General Sunbeam, writer, creator, streamer, model, producer, cosplayer, and on-camera personality, developer of Supremacy Clash Between Heroes and Villains on my Wattpad channel, on my Wattpad account under General Sunbeam, Sunbeam007. And I am looking for other serious creators who are ready to stop talking about creating, put their money where the mouth is, do it, just do it, and actually create something. And I mean it. Create something. If you don't just say I want to be a musician, play the piano, go take piano lesson, do it. Don't say it, do it. Create, collaborate, produce, grow, construct, build, develop. Again, produce. That's the easy way to define where I'm at and what I am pursuing and what I hope that people would take me seriously. I am not the same General Sunbeam back when I was 18 or back in 2008 or 2009. I'm not that kind of person that would play games. I wish I can go back and play games, but I would live stream. But I'm getting old. Eventually, I'm going to turn 40. I'm going to have kids. I don't think I don't think that playing games will help me survive long term. But again, I don't tell anybody what to do or that. But I'm just telling you, it's so competitive. It's hard to find human creators that share the same mindset as I do. And I don't want to have. I don't want to make. I honestly don't want to make friends that are all about having fun, all about hobbies. I want to make friends that would invite me on their live stream, and we're gonna live stream together. Like, I know there are a few people that do like to post Instagram. I know a few acquaintances, and I know a friend that has made a Discord group that are trying to promote their brand. But I doubt that they would invite me to volunteer or say, "Hey, you want to be on my live stream? I'm going to invite you. Welcome aboard. Be yourself." And that's what I want to hear. I want to be on camera, other people's camera. I got no issues with surveillance. And you can give me credit. That's how strong and how courageous I am. I am not afraid of security cameras, traffic cameras, other people's phone cameras, dash cams. I'm not afraid of police body cams. I am not afraid of a hidden camera in the restroom if they're gonna put it on adult pornography. That is, if they post it on Facebook, I have to report it because Facebook is not a pornography site. That's retarded. They can try to blackmail me, but it is not my fault. The only reason why I don't consent because again, Facebook, YouTube is not an adult website. So if someone's trying to record me in the restroom, you know, being me, doing my human business, it better be on an appropriate adult website. I am again, I have no issues with cameras because I am not at fault or I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not hurting people. That is the big thing I can say. I haven't done anything wrong. I've been out on the streets. I've been out in public almost 100% of the time. I haven't done anything wrong. I never throw hands. You have never seen me armed with a firearm. You have never seen me armed with a sword. Oh heck no, I'm a pacifist. I do believe in clothing optional. I believe in an Adam and Eve. I believe in, just feeling free kind of thing. That is who I am. That's part of a big fact about me, General Sunbeam. But this is General Sunbeam reporting. Once again, remember that health and safety is paramount. It is top priority. Making sure that you stay safe. When you go to convention, safety, safety, safety. It will not be fun if you're not safe. You won't have fun if you end up in the hospital. You end up in the emergency room. You end up being behind bars. You just wasted your money because you hurt somebody. Remember that. Don't be a bully and stay safe. Look after one another, and if you are a true friend, you would understand how your other peers, your other friends feel, and when you talk and communicate, I'm pretty sure you share the same thing in common. But I'm sure they have a dream somewhere. They do have a dream. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream, and my dream is to produce my own anime." And the whole pipeline of the anime eventually is if somebody's committed to helping me get there, okay, now I'm the one that can write stories. I can write stories and think of scenarios. I need someone to help me invest the money in GoFundMe or something. Let's build a recording studio booth so I can start voice acting my own characters. The only thing I don't want AI to have is my characters. No, oh, they're not gonna have my character's voice. I'm voicing my own character. I need a human artist to draw my original character. Now I need someone to animate it and put that art in motion and see my character walk, move, something like that. Then I need a recording studio booth for me to give my own character, a voice. Now I can say, hey, I am not Kirito want to be. I'm my own character. I am truly being myself. If I can also sew and construct clothing, I want to build my own cosplay from scratch too. 100% orange, solid color. I want to build my own wig, dye it orange. Now I'm bringing my character fully, wholeheartedly to life. If I can really do that, now I need my own orange car. I want an orange vehicle with my own character on it. Now it qualifies to be a Natasha, and finally, I am achieving what I wanted at convention. I am finally becoming a guest, and I'm like, I don't want the money. What again? Publicity is what I care about. The fact that people are treating me like a, a celebrity figure is what makes me happy. But again, being a celebrity figure does come with a big risk. You're going to have no privacy. Once again, I don't have any issue with privacy. What I have issue is criminal activity. If you're trying to dox, SWAT, break into my house, that's a criminal offense. I don't do that to anyone, so you don't do that to me. But I'm not about the money, so I don't know why I'm on the shit list or the hit list. Because I love people. I treat people like people. That's a fact. I don't care about what you believe in or your political view. If you get along with me, I get along with you. I want people to remember that that strong motto is treat people the way you want to be treated. In order to earn respect is to give respect. But the number one thing is do not look people in the eye and think they're money. Don't look at people with the money on their head. That's the one way to try to build a strong network. And I'm trying really hard to not think about the money. But again, there are so many corrupt and greedy people. And with inflation and gas prices going up, it's so difficult to not think about the money because everything is not financially free and it's retarded. But just again, this is General Sunbeam reporting, making another serious, strong, and powerful video content. I don't know when this will get uploaded on YouTube, and I doubt I will go viral or gain serious views at all. Stay creative, stay productive, and remember safety is paramount. Wherever you go, look after one another. You see something, you hear something suspicious, document it, log it, report it, call the police, prevent the crime from happening. Don't let the criminal get away and don't let them win. Especially they're gonna eventually target you or target your loved one. If you let the criminal get away and you've been caught enabling them, you can get in trouble with the law. So again, see something, say something. Put your safety first. It's fun and games if someone get hurt. And lastly, when in doubt, as long as you're not hurting anybody, go for it. Just do it. Don't let dreams be dreams. If you don't pursue it, that opportunity will be gone. And keep shining. Keep the positive going strong. And that's the memo. Thank you for hearing me out, watching this video, subscribing, following, sharing, reposting. Thank you for spreading the awareness and spreading the word. It is bright and sunny, hot outside, and that's how I got Sunbeam from. Okay. Other than that, I hope that am I don't know. I hope I am helping someone out there at least. But other than that, that's the memo. And I gotta get ready to go out to the pool and start my 3 hour shift and try to pay this community rent before Honolulu, Hawaii. And I am broke at the moment right now. Peace.